Hey there, 96 Rocks Foster here, 24 in its final season, and it's really a shame that a lot of people have given up on 24 and stopped watching it because this show is about to go out with a bang. Their best episode of the season happened this week. It ran during the National Basketball Championship, and so it was missed by many, and it's really a shame because this was an incredible episode, especially the second one. It was a two-part episode, 2 hours, and how badass, I ask you, as President Taylor. Now remember, President Taylor is the one that sold out her own daughter, even though she knew her daughter was going to jail. Last season, she looks her chief of staff, Rob, in the eye when she realizes that Rob is betraying her, and she says, "The crime is treason. The punishment is death. And God help me, I'll pull the switch myself." Yeah! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Now that's a 24 line. This is why 24 is getting so good right now, is the writing is so sharp. Take this exchange between Taryn and President Hassan, where you would think when they're in the car together and Hassan is pleading with Taryn to change his mind and spare his life, and you know, you're starting to think, well, maybe Taryn is going soft. They're making you think this because you could tell Taryn did not want to sacrifice himself and blow himself up. So just maybe he was going to let Hassan go. Not even close. As Taryn says, "You wanted the cover of Time magazine. You cared only about yourself. I watched over you day and night while you betrayed your wife with a Western whore." Wow. That's some serious business. We move on to the second episode of this two-parter, 7 to 8 a.m., and they discover that Dana's the traitor. Who had a bad day on this day? You got to say that Cole might have had a worse day so far than Jack. In fact, I'm almost sure of it. I mean, he finds out that his girlfriend, fiance, Dana, is not actually Dana Walsh. She's Jenny Scott. Doesn't exactly know who she was. Now he knows that she was working with terrorists, is a traitor to the country, has murdered other people. He murdered a guy for her, and then on top of it all, he has to go into Hastings' office and get reamed by the head of CTU for not telling him what he knew sooner, and then gets taken off of active duty temporarily until Jack brings him back. It's a pretty rough day for that guy. Now, the end of the episode was vintage 24, gut-wrenching, the kind of thing that you almost wish that you didn't have to go to bed soon after the episode, because it's hard. How can you sleep after watching this? The scene as they are approaching the site where they're showing Hassan's execution on videotape is as compelling a few minutes in television as you'll ever see. And then when they discover that the videotape was pre-recorded and that Hassan's throat was already slit, and that's how they end the episode with the silent clock ticking. You know, what can you say? And now the trailer for next episode with Gregory Itzin coming back, President Logan. Wow. And you can already tell the tension that's going to be between him and President Taylor. Two incredible presidential characters in 24's history. I cannot wait. And now I'm all kinds of fired up for the last few episodes, and I'm not sure I want this show to go. Awesome.